Welcome to A Talk with Armani.
I am your host, Armani Aman.
This is the show that takes you behind the scenes and in front of the screen of all different types of productions. Whether it's a feature film, a brand new TV show, or writing a book, I introduce you to those powerhouses that make those productions work. Make sure you stay tuned as I bring to you my first guest.
Welcome to A Talk with Armani. I am your host, Armani Aman. I have an exciting show planned for you today. We're going to talk about some things, we're going to look at some things, and we're going to follow each other's advice about some things. So make sure you stay tuned, because I'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani.
Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. So, you know, fashion is huge. It's on television, it's in the movies, it's in books. I mean, it's part of your life, regardless if you consider yourself a fashionista or not. Still, we pay attention not only to the trends, but we watch to see what the stars are wearing every time we tune into a red carpet, an award show, or an after party. We're looking at what they have on. I think one of the most important things to realize about that is most of them don't pick out their own clothes. Most of them don't dress themselves. They have something which is called a stylist, a celebrity stylist that assists them with that look and makes them look as beautifully as they do. With me today, I have an iconic, legendary stylist who has styled almost everybody, and his list goes on and on. So he is not only a fashion icon, he is also a consultant as well as an advisor. Please help me welcome Mr. Remy Toe. Hi. Hello. Oh my gracious. So I'm seeing you sitting over there in all your glory, and I'm like, oh, come dress me. So how did you get into being, let's start with I guess it's the stylist part, because you're also a lifestyle advisor. You do a whole bunch of different things.
Correct.
So it all kind of runs into the brand. How did you start with that?
I grew up in Paris. That's where I grew up. And,
wow.
And age 6, I decided I wanted to be a fashion stylist.
Okay.
Because Kennedy, the father of JFK Kennedy,
Yeah.
I saw the picture and I said, you know, I want to dress those guys one day.
Yes.
And my father was another dreamer.
Okay.
And by age 6, that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that happened, and I began to collect magazines and look through the magazine. And the iconic person basically for me was Andre Leontelli.
Okay. Okay.
He was my Jesus in fashion.
Okay.
So I followed his footsteps a little bit because he was 14 when he worked for Coco Chanel. Mm-hmm. And that's where I took the whole process. And I was modeling also,
Okay.
working with Valentino, Christian Dior, Yves Saint Laurent.
Okay.
I work with all this. Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Okay.
And then from there, little by little, I moved to America. I moved to America, yeah. And then when I moved to America, that's where the problems start.
Oh no!
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the book, Legends of Style.
Correct.
And this is, you started writing this how long ago?
Oh, I wrote it like 25 years ago.
25 years
It took me
ago.
25 because being homeless and writing in the street
Absolutely.
is
And it's heavy. Oh, this is not for the faint of arm.
it's a coffee table book. I mean,
Oh.
it's 250 pages.
Wow.
And Kennedy Jr., I used to dress him.
Okay.
If you look in the book,
I see, JFK Jr.
yeah, if you look at I wrote the dream. I mean, it was a dream.
Oh, he talks about fabrics and the different styles that he's had in here. Oh my goodness. Now, where is this book located?
It's on my website.
Okay.
And remito.com, you can purchase in the book.
Of course. Look at this. Oh my. So, with all the things that you've accomplished, what do you feel as though is next for you?
Next for me is just to have my own entity and create my own boutique and have my own line, because I used to sketch.
Okay.
So that I know that very well. And dressing the man is the easiest thing for me to do, but it's
Okay.
difficult. It's
Okay.
not just anybody can take and dress.
Right.
But this is the dream that I'm have my own collections and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw on your website that you have your brand is your bank. And I also saw that you will do some bespoke pieces
Yes.
and stuff like that. So, and bespoke, of course, means custom. So is those the more fun things to do, the custom pieces, or do you like to just kind of take something that was already there and put it on the person and work your magic from there?
That easy to do. That is the most easiest thing to do for any stylist.
Okay.
But when you do bespoke, it takes 7 tries
Okay.
to be able to adjust that person's body type. So it's not easy.
Okay.
So people go on the store and buy something already pre-made and then pin it. You can do it,
Okay.
but you got to be careful.
Absolutely.
There's a few techniques that you have to make sure. Because I see a lot of guys dressed up. They say, "Oh, I'm dressing. My tailor." But now I look at it. I say, "Okay, I don't want to criticize anybody."
Absolutely.
So because we own the same, entity and the same business, so you look at it, you just walk away. Because it took me 6 months to learn different body type.
Okay.
I wasn't going out. Nothing. Even my friends were telling me, "Are you going crazy?
Okay.
Are you going mad?"
Right.
Because I have mannequin on my studio. I was just figuring it out, working exactly.
Through.
Yeah, and I have 2-3 friends who has different body types.
Okay.
One has a short torso, one has a long torso, and I will figure out what works and what doesn't work. And my friend said, "Remy, come on,
Right.
are you going mad with this? You're not drinking, you're not sleeping." I said,
You're going to get it because you were perfecting your craft.
Exactly.
And I'm glad that you took the time to perfect your craft,
Yes.
as well as the English language. Because listening to you, you are just going now.
It wasn't easy,
I
but
know it
thank
wasn't.
God, I'm learning, and I'm still learning. So it's you're learning until you go.
I think we all still learning English. I think, really, honestly. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on the show. So we want to follow you. First of all, your website is remito.com. And to follow your Instagram is what?
If you go on my website, you will see it. It will say Instagram. You can tap on that. You can follow me on Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you can go to www.talkwitharmani.com and you will see this kind sir, dapper and all. You can pick this particular interview and review it. Also see his website information as well as the social media information. And of course, if you want to see some really, really good fashion, and I mean, he goes as far as to tell you the ascots and the cufflinks and the button shirts. He tells you, he covers all of that as well as different cuts of fabric, brands of fabric, all kinds of things. So this is definitely a book for you. Make sure you go to his website and get a copy. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
I appreciate it.
And I heard so much about you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani.
Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. So I like to bring you people from all different walks of life, whether they're a celebrity that you see all the time on the screen, somebody behind the scenes, or somebody that's building their own brand, doing their own thing, being an entrepreneur, and so much more. Today, I have such a person. Please help me welcome Miss, now I don't want to mess your name up, Letice Dose, right?
Leanne Dose.
Leanne Dose. Yep. So tell me about your brand and how you came up with the concept of it.
Well, I have a couple of brands, but they're all centered around women's empowerment.
Of course.
That's something that I'm very strong about, women's empowerment and self-care. So about 13 years ago, I started a magazine. It's called Natural Roots, and it's for women with natural hair.
Okay.
Because I used to have locks down in my butt, and
Wow.
there was nothing out there that taught us how to care for our hair,
Okay.
how to care for our skin, how to care for ourselves.
Okay.
So that's, one of my brands, and I really wanted to be a part of the solution. Rather than saying, oh, there's nothing out here for us, I decided to go ahead and step into that ring and actually create it.
Okay, so let me backtrack. You had locks all the way down to
To
here.
my butt. Mhm.
And then you just decided one day to cut them off?
Yeah,
Really?
essentially. I was going through a lot of stuff, and your
Okay.
hair holds a lot of history.
Okay.
It holds a lot of feeling, emotion. There was a lot of negativity and things going in my life. And sometimes you just feel like you need to start over.
Yeah.
And I was
Okay.
going through some medical issues, and so before I went to the hospital, I just told them shave it all off.
Yeah, I've heard different females say that if they're going through something, they just look in the mirror and they feel like they need to change, and they'll just get to chopping or get to doing something. It's like your hair, I guess it could be a catalyst for change for you.
Definitely. That's exactly what it was for me. It was cold. I will tell you that because it was winter when I cut all my hair off.
Okay.
But it was so freeing, and I've been with my hair. Well, this is a lot of hair for me. Normally,
Wow.
my hair is actually bald.
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely. So, and that's part of empowerment because you said all of your brands are geared towards empowerment of women. So, tell us about some of your other things that you have going on.
So one of the other things that I have is I have a skincare brand, and I actually brought you a gift.
Oh, wow, gifts, yay!
So I have a skincare line called Jordan's Treasures.
Okay.
And it's natural and organic ingredients, and it's made so that we can provide self-love, self-care to ourselves.
Okay.
You know, and that's really important because as women, especially as women, we take care of everybody.
Absolutely.
Sometimes to the detriment of our own health. So I have this product that I'm starting. It's called the Sam Box.
Okay.
And SAM stands for creating a sacred space for kind of that wellness experience where you can affirm and appreciate yourself and have a magical and meaningful kind of self-love experience at your house. So I make spa quality products.
Okay.
And that's just a sample of some of the things
Oh, wow, you've
that I have.
Wow, this is really
So
nice.
I make, I'm a creative, so I make jewelry, I make different skincare products, and then
scrubs.
yeah, so I make all
Wow.
of that. So each of the boxes is going to be designed around having a different experience, but it's not just about like having a bath. There's also something in there that will kind of intrigue your mind. It might be coloring book pages, it might be a little art set, it might be a book. So it's really about feeding different parts of your spirit. So you have your body, but you also have to feed your emotions, feed your spirit, and feed your mind.
Do you feel as though, because everything that I hear you talking about is about feeding your body, being empowered, do you feel as though those ideas was born from when you were going through a lot and maybe you were looking for that support for yourself and like you said, it wasn't readily available? So now this is how you basically give back by, okay, I went through this by myself, but if a person is willing to look for the resource, they don't have to go through it by themselves.
Exactly. So growing up, you know, a lot of times, like you said, we're told we have to be a certain way. You know, I grew up in a very strict household with my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-grandmother.
Oh, wow.
So I had a lot of generations of women there, and you know, they're very old school, so their
course.
traditions and thoughts about everything really weighed on who I was as a person, and feeling that I always had to make everybody else happy,
Okay.
and not make myself happy.
Okay.
And so once I went natural, that's kind of started me on the path of, okay, let me look at how can I take care of me, because I cannot take care of my family and my loved ones effectively if my whole spirit and everything is depleted. So my brand is about helping women and even men to really find that sacred space within themselves so that they can replenish their energy, their spirit, their vitality, and realize that I don't care what size you are, I don't care what color you are, what you look like. We are all beautiful, we are all creative, and we are all smart and intelligent. And this box just gives people a way to kind of experience that and to find what is their thing.
Absolutely. I think that is wonderful to come up with that and to be thinking about other people and helping other people, you know, get through what they need to get through. And sometimes you're right. I mean, you might take a bath and you'd be like, oh, remember Cal gonna take me away.
Yes.
Just, you know, just a thing where let me just soak and just kind of forget what happened an hour ago, pop some music on and just escape to that happy place that I've made for myself. And you put it in a box. So that is wonderful. So how can we get this?
Well, it's not actually out yet. We're still in the prototype phase, but in the next month or so, we will have it out. You can go to samselfcarebox.com.
samselfcarebox.com.
Sign up on the mailing list. And anybody who signs up on the mailing list, obviously you're going to get a discount and you're going to get the box before it actually is released to the public.
Wow. Well, that's exciting. And how do we follow you?
So you can follow me at Boss Lady Dulce.
Okay.
That's my handle. You can follow me at Jordan's Treasures, Natural Roots. I'm pretty much all over the internet.
Or you can go to www.atalkwitharmani.com and you will see this lovely young lady. You can click on her and you can review this interview, as well as go to her website and you can get some updates on when the box is going to be available and sign up so that you can get your box among the first shipment to go out. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani.
Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. So I love to laugh. I love to laugh. I do. Sometimes I just start laughing and people are looking at me like, what is so funny? I'm funny. So, and it could be something that I thought of, but I think some of the more hilarious times of laughter is when you're watching television or you're at a show and the person on the stage is making you laugh. So I know you're going to enjoy my next guest, Ms. Coco Brown. How are you?
How are you, girl? How are you?
Oh my gracious, I am wonderful. So, I mean, I know that you do the whole comedy thing.
Yeah.
However, when I was watching 911,
Yeah.
and which comes on Fox, and I was sitting there and I was like, oh, okay, this is a nice show. And then I seen you come out there talking about,
I know, but
and
chameleon.
it was like a serious thing. I mean, it was
Yeah.
a really serious role because the lady was dealing with Alzheimer's, and then she goes on and actually passes away.
Yeah.
And you're there for her daughter.
Yeah, I was
And-
her home health, healthcare worker.
Absolutely.
And it was like the perfect role for me because one of my best friends is actually a hospice nurse.
Oh wow.
So I was able to get a lot of information from her so I could play it, authentically.
Okay.
But it was so funny. People were so used to seeing me as Jennifer
Right.
on Tyler Perry's For Better or Worse,
Right.
but they were not used to seeing me in a serious role. And I'm like, I have to remind people, I said, I'm a trained actress.
Oh, you know.
I'm a thespian. I'm a
Yes.
thespian.
Right.
Yes.
I've got my card. I can switch up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, she can start cracking jokes about this lady.
I know, right? Everybody just assumed. But behind the scenes when the camera wasn't on, trust me.
I know.
Marriott Hartley is a riot. So trust me, it was the comedy show backstage.
I know it was.
Yeah.
But you're getting ready to go on a tour?
I'm on tour. I'm in the middle of it right now.
Wow, well, you stopped to see us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I headed to St. Louis this weekend.
Okay.
And, I have probably hit Name a City. I've hit it.
Wow.
It's the Grown Woman Tour.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it because, I just went through, when I moved here to Atlanta from LA, I left behind what everybody thought was like at the peak of my career, but I had to come and regroup.
Okay.
I was going through a divorce and stuff like that, so I had to get me back. I had lost me for a while. And so I'm at a place now that I'm so comfortable in my skin, it's scary that I don't recognize myself sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
So the material that was coming out of me was not even close to what I had been saying for like the last decade.
Oh, wow.
So this tour is basically the rebirth of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I know that's funny.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you, I'm no longer bitter. Yeah.
Okay.
I went through that bitter
I'm
phase on
happy.
stage. And my ex-husband, but
Yeah,
now
no.
me and my ex-husband are like the best of friends.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that happens because now there's like no onus on either one of us. So I don't have an expectation. You don't have an expectation.
Right.
We can just be friends and
Right.
just go
I only
head
expect
on.
the check once a month.
Just a check.
Yeah.
That's all. And when our son call, answer your phone.
Exactly. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it. So
Yeah.
do you like comedy more than the acting or?
It's like each one serves its purpose. I mean,
Okay.
for me, being on that stage is therapy.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't go and lay on someone's couch and pay $250 an hour when I went through my divorce. I purged everything on a stage.
Absolutely.
My audience was my therapist.
Okay.
So that is one aspect that I love because when I'm going through something, I don't have to bottle it up. I can
Okay.
just go purge it on the stage.
Absolutely.
And people just think, oh, she's so funny. You don't realize I'm sitting here with a knife on my wrist. But I've got it out of my system and I'm
Right.
good. But the acting allows me to be somebody else. To just step outside of Coca, step outside of Farrah, and
Right.
just be someone else
Absolutely.
and embody someone else's story and tell it. So, both of them serve such a great purpose for me in just keeping me grounded. But I love them equally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But so let me ask you a question. Going forward, when you look at your tomorrow, right now you're on tour, but
Yeah.
you're looking to do more scripted roles. You would
Absolutely.
definitely
I've been auditioning my butt off. I just started auditioning this morning and I just got one on the way here and I'm like,
Really?
okay, just trying to find that next big gig, I think at this point in my career, I want to do projects I believe in.
Okay.
You know, there was a time that I was taking whatever I could get because you just want to stay visible. You want to be working. But, you know, after 6 years on a sitcom, you know, various other shows and dramas and stuff, I feel like I'm at that point now that I can pick and choose a little bit. I don't have to take whatever's given to me. And now that I have a son that's looking at me and I'm going to forever be immortalized on film somewhere, I need projects that when he looks at me when I'm long gone, that he's proud of his mother.
Okay.
So I'm just very adamant about the projects I take now.
Okay. You posted something about your son's birthday. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
thank
And then
you.
there was another one on there. You said somebody asked if you was Octavia
Girl,
Spencer.
yes.
If you were Octavia
It's so
Spencer.
funny. I mean, I've been, you know, it's so funny. Me and it's 3 actresses that we all laugh because we all get mixed up for each other.
Okay.
It's Lonnie Love, Sherry Shepherd,
Okay.
Yvette Nicole Brown, and now recently an actress named Brayley Evans.
Okay.
They all think we're the same person.
Wow.
So we're convinced now we're going to all play sisters in some new version of Wait and Exhale. Because they keep mixing us up, you know, and we're like, we're different people.
Yeah,
you
we're not
know?
the same.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
So.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
for
on.
having me.
Of course. And we want to follow you and
Yes.
see what other new roles you have.
Absolutely.
And, you know, see if there is a city that one of our viewers or our viewers are out there that she will be coming to so you can go and see her. It's called the Grown Woman Tour.
Yes.
Okay. And your Instagram is?
Is Coca Brown One Funny Mama. It's all spelled out.
Okay.
But what people can do is just Google me. Coca, C-O-C-O-A Brown. Don't forget that A because you will get a porn star and that's not me. Okay, all right.
Or play it safe and go to www.atalkwitharmani.com
Right.
and click on her picture and relive this interview as well as get contact information for her Instagram and see how you could possibly get tickets as she's still on tour. Now, you're on tour until when?
I'm on tour until August.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
wonderful.
I mean, it's, you know, more sporadic now. It's crazy, but I've got St. Louis coming up. I've got New York City coming
Okay.
up. You know, I'm doing a girls' night out tour with Vivica Fox.
Okay.
We're in Houston and Las Vegas in June.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
going to be
everywhere.
wonderful. So make sure you check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you again
Thank
for coming
you.
on. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
You're watching A Talk with Armani. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. And make sure you go to www.atalkwitharmani.com so you can rewind these interviews that we had. Click on some of the guest websites so you can stay in contact with them, as well as if you have a comment or a show idea. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay safe.